It's so interesting that every time I try to go on a diet, all of a sudden sweets appear out of nowhere. Or I get these invitations to come visit people for a nice dinner or a lunch or a buffet breakfast that's on a special for the first time in who knows how long. But somehow food finds its way to get me off course. That happens when you gave your life to Jesus. It happened to me when I gave my life to Jesus. All of a sudden, family didn't understand what I was going through. Why did I believe the way I believe? And I'm so outspoken about it. And friends thought I was just going through a phase, and they invited me to the braai, and they invited me to the parties. And I was reading in 1 Peter chapter 4, where it actually speaks about the one that has given their life to Jesus, that has the same mind of Christ, that stopped with intentional sin in their life. This one had enough time before he gave his life to Jesus to live like an unbeliever in sensuality, in lust, drunkenness, lewdness, idolatry, orgies, parties, all that stuff that goes with it. And then Peter ends off by saying that these unbelievers will devalue your values. They will make fun of you. They will abuse you. They will, come against you for what you believe. But then he goes on to say, and this is so amazing about the Bible, then he goes on to say that we shouldn't be surprised when this happens. Don't be surprised when all of this stuff happens. This is just for the testing of your faith. And now a test is something that you need to pass. If you're not going to pass this test, you're going to write this test again. And most of myself, I'm writing this test over and over. But if I look back on my life, it's been 9 years that I've been following Jesus. But if I look back, for the past 6 years, the close circle or people around me that used to make fun of this, they aren't making fun of it anymore. And it's not fun anymore. It was fun when they did, but they're not making fun of me anymore. I'm looking for reasons for people to make fun of what I believe. And it doesn't bother me. It's just fun to see how people who don't believe think that Jesus isn't real. But it's just that Peter says, don't be surprised when this happens. This is for the testing of your faith, to see if it's genuine. And we need to endure that test. So whenever you get into a place where you say you're going to fully follow Jesus, you're going to be obedient to the word of the Lord, you're going to do what the Bible says, then do it. And if they make fun, if they scoff and laugh and devalue your values, the Bible says in 1 Peter chapter 4 that God will judge them. That has nothing to do with you. God will judge them. But don't be surprised when it happens. It's just for the testing of the genuineness of your faith. And because I endured all of those tests, I can now see that whenever I get into situations where I need to be obedient to the Lord and there's people involved, I'm going to be obedient. I don't care what people think or say, or if their feelings are getting hurt or whatever. I'm going to obviously try and not hurt their feelings, and because that's just the mature thing to do. But I am going to follow Jesus fully, no matter what people say. And you should do the same thing. Hold on. It's just a test of your faith, and see if your faith is genuine. Keep on pushing through, following Jesus, and don't bow your knee to anyone or the opinion of anyone.